This is something we talk about a lot because people always give me a hard time over the questions that I ask. But I try to explain to people that not only can things you say in an interview be potentially used against you, but your own music can be used against you.
Yes.
You know, like I just had Boosie on, and he was on murder. He had a murder trial. Were you in contact with TK at all?
Nah.
Okay. What's interesting about that case is that they actually took his song, "The Race," and played it for the jury.
Yeah. They
And
played.
they actually.
They do that. They played the whole day of my music.
Okay, so they did this to you too. They were playing Boosie songs.
They played a whole day, 8 hours of Boosie music. The whole day.
Really?
Explaining lyrics a whole day. It was a whole day, a whole Tuesday. They played a whole day of my music. He took every lyric I had with my co-defendant name and played it. Every lyric I talk about killing in, they played it. Well, every murder lyric, really, they played it. And it was so crazy because they was trying to explain the lyrics, and some of their lyrics was wrong. They didn't even know what I was saying, but they was trying to say stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they gonna use it against you in court, you know. Anything you do on social media, they gonna use it against you in court. That's their tool.
This is a real world example of your music being used against you when you're being charged with a crime of some sort.
Right.
You can't just say, "Oh, it's just
It's
art."
just like YNW
Melly, yeah, Saw Murder on My Mind. I'm not sure about the status of that song in his case because his trial hasn't even started yet. But TK got 55 years, and The Race was actually used.
Wow.
Was played to the jury. Not to say there weren't a bunch of other people that were telling on him that really probably buried him. You know, it wasn't just that song that got him convicted, but it played a part. If you're doing gangster shit, you're taking a big risk by rapping about gangster shit.
Right.
It just is what it is.
And not even just rapping though, but people are like just talking about it on social media too. Like, you know, people would say certain things. People would somebody was just telling me they was at the precinct and when they was getting arrested and they saw the officers looking at videos, like viral videos, and there was one video where somebody had pulled out a gun on a video and the police is like looking at studying that video, trying to locate the person that had the gun. And this was just a video that somebody had just posted, like, you know, a random video, somebody posted, it went viral, and the police are just spending hours looking, scouring and looking at the net, looking for videos, looking for this. Anybody's talking about crimes, like people are, I mean, the police are really looking, like there's whole units that's just dedicated. They don't do nothing. They don't leave the office. They don't go outside. They don't write tickets. They're not arresting nobody. They're just, the whole job is to just look on the internet and find incriminating stuff and start investigations over it.
Yeah, all of it. All of it. Like I said, if you're a gangster, you shouldn't be doing gangster music.
Yeah,
if you're actively a gangster. Now, if you had left that life behind and it's been some years and you completely churn a different leaf, like Jay-Z can do gangster music all day long. There's no
I just feel like you can't do both in this. Like you can't be an entertainer and be like in the street. You have to give up one.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Some people try to do both, but then eventually, especially if you're doing real gangster shit, right? And you have notoriety on the internet, on, you know, eventually, like how can, even me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I have some type of notoriety. So if I do anything in the street, like if say I was to start shooting, right? That shit would go like, that's immediately somebody would take a picture, whether they know it was me or not, right? Whether they knew it was me or not, but they'll take a picture, boom, or take a video, and then they'll upload it somewhere, And then next thing you know, somebody's gonna be like, oh,
That's China Mac.
That's China Mac.
Boom.
Even if it's not shooting, even if it's just me fighting, you know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah.
if it's just me punching somebody or me smacking somebody, me doing something to that extent. Next thing you know, nobody in that area could know who I am. But if somebody takes a video and they upload it, oh, that's China Mac. Next thing you know, that's gonna be all over the place. So it's like you really can't do both. You can't do the street shit and do the entertainment shit. You have to leave one alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Or it's gonna be hustling backwards. Like, yeah.
the aim when you're a gangster is to be as much under the radar and unknown as possible.
Right.
Like, you know, earlier this year, there was a dude named Big Law who was one of the heads of the Black Disciples in Chicago. He got killed. I was able to find one photo of him,
Right.
and it took me a long time to find that photo.
Right.
Everybody knew who he was. All the rappers, everyone else. He was not taking pictures with rappers. He was not in music videos. He was very low key. And people that needed to know who he was knew who he was, but even law enforcement had problems figuring out who he was and where he was. If that's what you're going to do, if your goal is to be a criminal, being a rapper is the exact opposite of achieving that
That's
goal.
always been like that though. Even before the social media, like
Of course.
when I was in the gang and when I was doing my thing, like I was taught to not take pictures. Like we just don't take too many. You can't find. I can't now that I'm out of it. I'm like, damn, I don't have no pictures to show.
Right.
You know, when we was like, you know, back in those days, and that was like a whole couple years. That was just I don't have no pictures of, right? But I was taught not to take pictures. Like if we don't take pictures, gangsters don't take pictures. You know what I mean?